I don't know if you've ever paid attention to one of the podcast mottos. I have several, but a main motto of the podcast started mostly with Josh and Levi when I was doing the podcast, mostly with Josh and Levi, that it's not mean if it's hilarious. And I don't, there's no way to really show it to you right now. I could bring a picture up and share it on the video, but I'm not going to do that. But my friend Erica did a cross stitch that's now framed of "It's not mean if it's hilarious." It's up in the Smith hole here in the basement. Now, I always like to say, when it comes to that motto, it's not mean if it's hilarious. You got to know when to stop being mean, though. You know what I mean? That's how shooters are created. Like, you want to bust your buddy's balls, you can't just bust anybody's balls. You got to bust your friend's balls, but you got to know when the fucking limits are. You got to know when people say, all right, that's enough, fucking just stop. You're like, okay, maybe I shouldn't keep pushing and poking and prodding, Because I had a buddy. I'm not going to get into too many details. If you watch a bunch of podcasts, you probably know who this is. But it's a buddy of mine. Now, this buddy has a certain. I don't know if it's a fetish, but it's a thing for pregnant women, and I bust his balls about it. He told me in confidence once, and I blew it up publicly on a podcast right in front of his face. He didn't know it was coming, and then it became a thing where I always bust his balls about having a thing for pregnant women. I specifically follow like the pregnant women Instagram pages that are just like, they're modeling pregnant women. There's all kinds of pregnant women that go take boudoir photos and things like that, and it's cool for them. They're into it, and it's fucking good for them. But what's fun, more fun for me, is to screenshot those and send them to my buddy and be like, dude, check it out. And it makes me fucking giggle every single time. And I was in a really good mood last night, man. I'd smoked a bowl. It was my cheat day for the middle of the month. My diet has been shit. Like, I've had a few fucking bad days with the diet thing, but I haven't had any alcohol. So I had a cheat day, had a few beers, and Levi made some fucking rad smoked drumsticks, some twice baked potatoes, Hogzilla potatoes with shredded pulled pork. It's fucking stupid. Anyway, I was in a good mood, was the point of that. And I'm fucking on Instagram. And I said, oh, pregnant woman. Screenshot, send it to buddy. And I go, whoa. And the following response was, ha ha, funny. And I think I responded with something along the lines of, I don't know how much sarcasm there was in that, but I feel like there was at least a little bit, or at least there should be. Because I always think with this particular buddy, when I keep sending him shit like this, like, because you got to know that there's a fucking limit, man. I always am like, maybe this was the time. This might be the time where he tells me to go fuck myself. This might be the time he says, this is too much. I think this every fucking single time that I send any of my friends any sort of ball busting thing about any fucking topic that I have to bust their personal balls about. Every time I'm like, is this the time where he's going to tell me to fuck off? While he didn't tell me to fuck off last night, he texts, ha ha, funny. And I said, oh, there's probably a little bit of sarcasm in that, right? And he goes, it was steeped in sarcasm, I think, for the exact words. And then I laughed and I said, ha ha, yeah, it's too funny right now, ha ha. I was, whatever. Today, I'm like, I was sending him a message. I went, fuck it, first of all, because again, people are going to deduce who the fuck this is, probably because of the subject matter. If you watch enough of my podcast, you might know. But I texted him and I said, dude, I'm sorry. Sometimes I take it too far. Hopefully it didn't bug you last night. And I'm like, I won't do that shit ever again. He goes, dude, it wasn't funny. He's like, my wife was going to private message you and say, I'm tired of you doing this. And I was like, that would have worked. That would have actually made me feel fucking terrible. But now you ruined that joke. So fuck you. You kind of lost that game, fuckface. You got to learn to be mean, you know, because if you were mean like me, then you would absolutely fucking do that because I deserved it. You know what I mean? Fucking absolutely deserved it. But I don't think I'll ever make that joke again. Because some things you just can't, you got to stop poking, you know? Sometimes you got to know when enough pokes are going to wake that bear up, fucking piss him off. I don't want to make people terribly mad at me, you know, just enough. What the hell? Everything.